We're waiting for a visual. There's the visual aid. Live streaming at its not finest. So just went on in silhouette mode. Really glad I had that going with the live stream just firing off without knowing. Now things are falling down, which to be honest, I'm surprised things haven't been falling down in here way more often. Hello, I'm Yeager here on the YeagerShots YouTube channel, chatting about today's official announcement, even though it was leaked pretty early. The Sony brand new G Master of good, because saying it the other way will get you canceled. The 1.4 f1.4 G Master lens with the 35mm version is here. The Sony Sony Alpha G Master lenses were starting to get a little bit long in the tooth, so I think a refresh of all the 2.8s are just gonna be happening here at some point as a renegade. It's like I've had enough of this Sony camera talk. However, I am surprised by one thing, and even though this is not like great, obviously I don't have the lens right here. We're gonna celebrate this 100 subs by doing a quick thumbnail in a little bit. I didn't get the lens, obviously. I don't think that's a shocker to anybody that I'm not using the Sony 35mm 1.4 G Master, just made official this morning. However, looking around online, it's a G Master lens. Of course it's good, but you know what else is good? Almost most of these lenses in the 35 category are really, really good. 35 is kind of like a focal length that I don't feel like I need to always have, but I'm liking more and more. Really nice in lifestyle photos. I'm on a crop size of 40mm right now, so I enjoy that kind of range of focal length on a lens. But for me personally, something wide to vlog with, back when vlogging in the world was kind of way easier to do, I think, and 85 for portrait photography, those are like the must-haves for me. And then something sort of in this 35ish range, which I really like, but come on, it's not really a focal length I don't really appreciate, that I do not dig. So somewhat biased. I like all focal lengths. Not a brand guy, but focal length guy. I feel like it's a good place for all of them. Man, shirts got the shape movies just coming down here. So one thing I want to go through right now, this isn't every 35mm, I don't believe that is out, but of course crop sensors in here. These are all the full frame 35mm that I want to switch over to and show off. Price wise is what I was gonna start and say that the lens is, looking online here, gonna be $1,400, which is a lot of moolah, no question about it. But I was kind of thinking, after seeing like the 2,000 price tag, or was it 3,000 on the extra wide lens, I was like, on the 12mm, I was like, what are they gonna do with this G Master? So I'm starting to wonder, are prices from research and development starting to go down on some of the G Master stuff, or is this 35, that's where they feel like a 35mm lens should be? I guess wider's more expensive. I don't know, the scientifics of lens making and all the details that go into price and consideration and things like that, I am not super privy to and super aware of in the camera making space. Let's go here, let's check a few things. Okay, we're doing good right now as far as that goes, making sure that we are still on the air. I was gonna make a banner about figuring things out live on air. Not ready for Photoshop just yet. Let me know, how comfortable are you live streaming? All right, Tech Radar I had opened up, just check it out. Their reviews going around online. YeagerShots dropped a brilliant video, I thought, just playing around with the new 35mm lens. One thing that Tech Radar said, I'm just going to come down here for the pluses and minus against this lens. Let's see, can we put it on the screen? Can we show you what the world I'm looking at? Let's do that. Let I show you what I'm envisioning right now without opening up too many screens. Da 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 da. Here's background music. I don't really need to say anything here. Let's do. Here we'll cut me off right here. Just go with the monitor there. Yeah, you've seen the OBS. No thanks, Tech Radar. So, their plus is highly versatile focal length, fast 1.4 maximum aperture, suitable for stills and video, fast near silent autofocus. The negatives, very expensive. Yeah, 14 is expensive, guys. Vignetting even at narrower apertures. I was gonna say, yeah, sure, but it's a wider lens, but I mean, 35 is not that wide, but 35 is not exactly that long either. So, no lens is perfect. Even $2,000 lenses, they're not $2,000, $20,000 lenses in T-stops. There's going to be trade-offs in making a lens. Just a fact of how lenses are made. Maybe someday that technology will change. Hell, they've gotten better than they were 30 years ago. So always some room for improvement, but this is where we are now. So I've got a list lined up here that I've opened up on B&H. Not sponsored. Amazon affiliate. Not that that's anything to really brag about. $13.98 is what this lens is going for. So, you know, you got your taxes, your title tax tag, not just taxes on this. 14's a good number. There is the Sigma f1.2 for it's like I'm on another dialect here when I go live. The Sigma f1.2 art lens, $14.99. So you've got your 15, you got your 14. At 1.2 is gorgeously sharp and it's brilliant in video. See a lot of people use that 35. You would think 1.2, 1.4. I mean, at 1.2 is pretty freaking brilliant, especially when paired with a Sony A7iii to keep that eye attack autofocus in video. But we also have one that I definitely consider picking up, the Sigma 35mm 1.4. Remember, for me, 35 is kind of more of want than need. So, maybe, maybe not. We'll see how sales are going when purchase time comes. So, we've got $800 for 1.4, which is, by the way, no slouch. 1.4 Sigma art lens. Zero slouch. And this is the reason why I was saying that Sony probably is going to have to really update some of the lenses. They're getting long in the tooth. The old 85, the 24 to 70, they're 2.8 G Masters. They've been around a little while. They're showing age a little bit. And the Sigma glass, even Tamron stuff, which I don't have any Tamron up here today, is really, really great. I will say in usage that G Master follows the eye to me more. However, you're not missing shots using other brands either. Autofocus is still working. It is still brilliant. You will still ball out using Sigma and Tamron. And the Sony, it's not really the kit version, but it probably would be a kit version if it was included in more kits. Hell, any lens is a kit version. You put it in a kit though, right? The 1.8 Sony FE35. The FE, guys, I love that. The FE85 I like better than the FE G Master. The 85mm FE I like better than the G Master 85. Smaller, lighter weight. This FE right here, zero slouch at 748. So you've got options in the 35mm field. I want to point out, I'm about to pull up a brand that, boy, we will go round and round in circles talking about. The Samyang Bauer Rokinon brand. $400 is still an emergency to a lot of people in America, speaking in America. These lenses are expensive. There is absolutely nothing wrong with copying a Samyang for $400. Which is still an expensive lens. Let's not kid ourselves here. I got the equivalent of an 85 many years ago on a Canon and went from up here. Autofocus tried to stay with me. These lenses are brilliant. However, I will say they can be an acquired test. They will test your patience sometimes. The lens flare encoding that these lenses have, they are not coated like a G Master, but hell, what is L glass? And even the 35's got its own flares, but it's a different kind of flare. You will get some light flares with the Samyang brand lenses and Rokinons. But that is a personal preference thing. If you like those flares, if you can work around those flares, let me tell you, if you get a flare in the lens of one of these Samyangs, say you're holding a camera like this, generally a movement like this is how you fix it. It is not going to take you going around the world, all right? Especially when you're just shooting right into the sun. You'll be fine. Lens hood will come in and play. You're not going to ruin your shot with it. To me, it's one of those things like with vinyl. People say it has character. These lenses kind of have character with the Samyang, and they're cheaper. The autofocus works. Nothing's as brilliant as G Master. However, it's not garbage. You're not gonna lose shots using these lenses right here. They're way better than they were. I think improved autofocus coming out on the newer Sony cameras. They're gonna get the job done. So definitely don't sleep on these lenses. And I, owning some of these, fell asleep on these lenses and completely forgot. Oh yeah, they did put some stuff out here. Samyang's got some other fun focal lengths and equivalents too. And also these lenses are compact. I know you tuned in for Sony G Master talk, but I'm just saying, we've got options out in the world of 35mm. All right, let's minimize that. Can we bring me back here, OBS? Bring me back full screen. There we go. So, that is all the talk on the 35. Thanks for coming to the live chat on that. Obviously, I have no samples. I have no lens. Brand new order, as it says. Or does it say new item? It doesn't say brand new order. New release. New item coming soon for the common folk who did not get any samples, which is most of us, but that's A-okay. I am celebrating hitting that 100 subs, which I'm pretty proud of, guys. Thank you. You all made that happen. So much appreciate it. I was thinking, man, we're not gonna hit 100 with 40 years out. We hit 100 on New Year's Eve. I've had this conversation. I gotta tell these stories. People were like, it's not a lot. I'm like, but it's 100 more than most people have. I'll say that again. 100 subscribers is more than most people have. And I will go a step further. They might be like, but I don't want to YouTube channel. I don't love that. I don't know why you were bringing it up if you didn't really care about numbers. I'm not really talking about the numbers. It's something to celebrate with all of you and make a thumbnail. But I can unfortunately name quite a few folk who are saying, we're going to start our channel. We're going to start social media. We're going to do it in the new year. 3 years later, there's no video. There's nothing that's been posted. Nothing at all. Moral of the story is, please go ahead and start. And if some of those people who are going, I'm sure they're not watching right now, want to say so much about celebrating 100 subs. Oh, hoity, how dare you? The disgraceful Yeager and the subs. How dare they celebrate 100? That's nothing. Well, still 100 more than most people, and at least we started.